After some time gap, we are continuing our Bhagavad Gita hearing. Last time we heard Krishna is telling to Arjuna, there is no such being in the world or among gods in heaven that is possibly free from these three qualities of Maya. Explanation was, neither the gods in heaven nor the human beings in the world are really free from the three qualities of Maya. The Jnanins and Karmins are bound more or less by the three qualities of Maya. It is the Bhaktas who are eternally conscious of their real self and accept the three qualities only to render transcendental service to the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna so long as they remain in this world. Even though Bhaktas are in this world, but they are not bound by Maya. They are using Maya for the service of Krishna. That is, of course, applicable for pure devotees. Sadhakas, according to the extent of their surrender, that is there. So, from the external point of view, although the Bhaktas appear to be engrossed by the three qualities of Maya, yet they are not really so. The conditioned souls, though fettered by Mayic qualities, may gradually attain freedom by the worship of the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna, by performing their socio-religious duties assigned to them by the scriptures in their respective classes and stations in life. The next 6 shlokas speak of their respective duties in their respective stages. So conditioned souls, those who have not awakened Shraddha for Krishna, so they are not eligible for direct Bhakti Yoga, they have to start with this, to follow the Shastra, which is non-different from Krishna, in doing their duties according to their nature present. If they do this, this will be progressive. Then gradually there are many steps, and ultimately it is Bhakti Yoga direct. But there is also direct process to go to Bhakti Yoga direct. If we get proper sadhu sangha, then immediately we can hear about Krishna, chant about Krishna, and maintain our life in such a way that it will facilitate that Shravan Kirtan direct. So by that sadhana bhakti, one can attain first Bhava Bhakti, and from Bhava Bhakti, Prema Bhakti. Brahmana Kshatriya Visham Shudranam Cha Parantapa Karmani Pravibhaktani Svabhava Prabhavirgunai. O Arjuna, the tormentor of enemies, the duties of the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras are divided according to qualities innate in them. Explanation. The qualities of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas are innate in the nature of the fallen souls. O Parantapa, the respective duties of Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras are assigned to them according to the qualities and nature innate in them. It is mentioned in one Upanishad or maybe in Purana There was one Gurukula, so one boy came and he wanted to get Vedic knowledge. So that Guru first asked him, in which family you were born? What is your Gotra? What is your caste? All this he was asking. Because only Brahmins are to study that. So that boy said, I don't know. Then he told him, you ask your mother. Then he went to his mother and his mother told, I also don't know. Because I was a maid servant and I was working in many houses and also I had a relation with many men, different. So I don't know. So this boy came back and said to Guru, my mother said she does not know because she was with many men. So then Brahmin, that Guru immediately said, yes, you can come. I will teach you Vedas. Because you have a quality of a Brahmin. Brahmin is truthful. Although this information and this situation was embarrassing, but in spite of that, he spoke the truth. So that is the nature of a Brahmin. So according to that nature, according to that quality, that Guru was ready to teach him the Vedas. If someone is not Brahmin, then he will misunderstand Vedas and also misapply, misuse. So we conditioned souls, we are not ready to accept what is the truth. We prefer to remain in some kind of illusion and some kind of lie and cheating like this because we think that will be more like full to others or to myself, and like this we like to remain in illusion, but that will not give us actual what we need. Truth is the truth. It will never change. We cannot change that truth by any amount of manipulation, lying this or not accepting or trying to. No, cannot. Truth is always truth. When we accept the truth as it is, then we can have peace of mind and we can progress in real advancement. Otherwise, as long as we don't accept the truth as it is, though it may be embarrassing or not liked by others or like this, but still we have to, means it is better to accept because that will be more beneficial, but we are unable. We have so many other desires. So that is the thing. But Brahmins, as this boy, he accepted. He's like this. If when I can admit, when I can acknowledge, when I can be aware of my own drawbacks, and then it is possible that from where I am, I may progress. But if I try to cheat myself and others by, no, I am very good, everything is fine, all this, then how I can progress? Because that is not true. Like in those groups for like those who are like alcoholics and they want to stop and like this. So the first step is always that first you have to admit that yes, I am an alcoholic. I am addicted, I am alcoholic. When you can admit, then you can do something about it. But as long as we are trying to avoid the truth, then how we will rectify that? We don't feel any necessity to rectify because we are not admitting our faults, our drawbacks, all this. So we cannot be improved. We cannot improve. So we are deceiving ourselves, depriving ourselves. We are the one who are being harmed. And on the long run, eventually we cannot be happy by that, pretending and all these things. So according to according to qualities and nature innate in them, it is natural for Kshatriya that he has such qualities, natural for Brahmin to have like this, no need of pretending and trying to be better than you really are, because that is not truth and it cannot work on a long run. So in all Vedic Shastras, it is clearly that this, whether one is a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya or Shudra, it is according to qualities, not according to birth. But nowadays in India, when this Varna Ashram degraded, it is misused in so many ways by like birth, it is considered. But there is a very nice example given by Acharyas. If one is a son of a doctor, that son of a doctor is not necessarily a doctor. Will you allow such who is not trained as a doctor, has no qualities, no capacity, but yes, he's the son of doctor. Will you allow him to operate your heart or your brain or something? Will you allow? Just because he's born in this. So in this way, they are family, tradition they are giving, and they have no qualities of Brahmin. They are smoking, eating meat, everything, but they're claiming we are superior to all. We are Brahmins, we can control everyone, we have to get donation from everyone like this. It is also in Jat Gosai that Totaram Das Babaji Maharaj of Navadip, he's a pure devotee. At the time of after Narottam Thakur and that time, pure devotee, Totaram Das Babaji, everyone knows Siddha. He told at that time 13 Apasampradayas were there during his time. Aul, Baul, Kartabaja, Nera, Darvesh Sai, Sahajia, Saki Beki, Churadhari, then Jad Gosai, and at the end is Gaurango Nagori. Tota Kohe Ei Tera Sangha Nahi Kori. You should not associate with these Apasampradayas. 13 he mentioned. One of them, because you will be deprived of actual service of Krishna if you do something in the name of service, of some sense enjoyment in the name of service. You will be misled and cheated and deprived of your eternal welfare. So one of them is this Jat Gosai. They say we are in bloodline of this associate of Mahaprabhu or Nityananda, Advaita, like this. So we are gurus just because we are born in that like bloodline, family. But the qualities of guru are mentioned in Shastra. He has to know the purpose of all Shastras, what is the ultimate purport of all Shastras, and he has to be devoted to Krishna. One who is devoted to Krishna, he naturally has ideal character. He's not doing sinful activities, all this. He has no desire to do this, no taste. But they are claiming they are doing immoral activities, and they are claiming we are gurus because we are in this family. But it is clearly shown in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Advaita Acharya had 6 sons. 3 accepted the right Siddhanta and the right practice, 3 didn't. So how is it? And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami told the other 3 they are useless. And Chaitanya Bhagavat, Vrindavan Thakur said they are not accepted, they are useless. should not be followed, because they had wrong Siddhanta, not accepting the actual truth. So how is it they are sons of Advaita Acharya, direct sons of Advaita Acharya? How is it that they are not automatically gurus? So guru has to have qualities mentioned in Shastra. Another is that they will show on the paper mantra came from this to this one to this one to the, like this Guru Parampara is coming. So we are gurus. But again, only taking mantra, even from bona fide guru, if you don't submit, if you don't practice, if you don't realize, if you are not fully devoted to Krishna, you cannot be guru. That cannot go further. We have example in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Ramachandra Puri, he took mantra from Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri is pure devotee, bona fide guru. He had many disciples. One of them was Ishwar Puri, and one of them was Ramachandra Puri. Ramachandra Puri, when Madhavendra Puri was giving up this world, he was expressing his separation grief from Krishna, but Ramachandra Puri tried to explain to his guru that why you are crying. You should always think you are Brahma, you are supreme, you are spiritual being, you have nothing to do with this world, so why you should lament? He could not recognize what Guru is experiencing, separation from Krishna. So although he was initiated by Madhavendra Puri, but he had no actual surrender, so he had no actual understanding of what is devotion. So he committed offense to Guru, and then also he was criticizing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all this. So how he can claim Mahaprabhu also did not care about him? How one can claim just by taking mantra automatically one is bona fide, or just by taking birth in certain family you become bona fide? That is not according to Shastra. It is according to qualities. Like here, Kshatriya, Vaishya, this. It is not according to birth. And you cannot be guru just by being born in a certain family. And also, there are some false claims also. Virachandra Prabhu, son of Nityananda, he had no sons, seminal or biological sons. He had three prominent disciples. You will find in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur wrote there, based on historical facts, that he had three prominent disciples, which are all coming from different families. They are not his sons, biologically, they are his disciples. And from those disciples, they preached and it was going. But some, they are claiming that these three prominent disciples, they are actually biological or seminal sons of Nityananda Prabhu. And based on that, they are claiming we are in the family of Nityananda Prabhu. So we are having, well, you have to accept us as non-different from Nityananda Prabhu, because we are in that family. But Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he is a pure devotee, non-different from Nityananda Prabhu. He is a Manjari coming from Golok Vrindavan, not practicing to become a Manjari. He is eternal Manjari of Radharani and Rupa Manjari, coming to this world on the order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to show what is the actual teaching of Mahaprabhu, out of compassion for all jivas. So he spoke the truth. This is one Apasampradaya called Jat Gosai, means you are born in that family, automatically you are a pure devotee. It is not like that. Like if you are born in Brahmin family, that does not make you a Brahmin by qualities. But it is Kali Yuga. many things going on, and it will go on, for those who want to be cheated. They are themselves cheaters because they don't want eternal welfare of Krishna, of service of Krishna. So Krishna arranges such type of things going on. But if one will want the service of Krishna, he will not be deceived. So this we have to be careful. Many misusing is happening in Varna Ashram Dharma because of this, only on birth, and also in spiritual. Only because I got mantra from that guru, only because I'm born in that family. But I may do all sinful activities and that does not matter. I'm in that initiation and I'm this. Is not right. So Totaram Das Babaji told you should not associate with them because then you will be misled. You will not get the service of Krishna. Shamodamastapah Shaucham Kshantir Arjavam Evacha Jnanam Vijnanam Astikyam Brahma Karma Swabhavajam. Control of internal and external organs of senses, austerity, purity, both internal and external, forbearance, straightforwardness, knowledge of the self and of Godhead as interpreted in the scriptures, and firm conviction or faith in the real interpretation of the self, Godhead and matter are the characteristic qualities and duties of a Brahmana. Now, when we were in Pula, Srila Siddhanta Maharaj was there, and he got one question, and then in answering that question, he was explaining about Rupa Shiksha. His teaching of Mahaprabhu to Rupa Goswami in Prayag. Mahaprabhu told when you get that seed of devotion from bona fide guru, then you have to water it, and that will grow, and then you have to put fence around so that Vaishnava, that mad elephant of Vaishnava apparat will not enter and uproot. And also another thing is, there are some weeds, he said grasses, growing by that creeper. So if water you are giving to them, they will absorb, and that creeper of bhakti will not grow. They will grow. So Rupa Goswami there mentioned, this Mahaprabhu mentioned 6 to Rupa Goswami. One is Nishedachar, certain wrong behavior. One is, there are other, but in this Nishedachar means wrong or prohibited behavior, Maharaj was mentioning this internal and external purity. About this pure cloth, and when eating, washing your mouth and hands and not touching and all this, he was explaining, because this is important. Those who know about Seva Aparat, they know. Or if you don't clean the place where you ate, then if Maharaj will come, he does not know. He's thinking that table is pure. Then he will come and he will bring his own plate. And that own plate will be put on your remnants. Then that is not pleasing to Krishna and to Vaishnava. So he spoke about this. We have to be careful because we will lose if we will and about cloth and other things also he was explaining. So this we have to learn for the service of Krishna and his devotees. And all these qualities are there in the Brahmana, and it is also stated in Shastra, Vaishnava, one who is engaged in the service of Krishna, is also automatically a Brahmana, if he's a real Vaishnava, because he has all this knowledge of the scripture and he's following this purity and forbearance and all this. That is why you will find in Sandarbha of Jiva Goswami that if one will take shelter of Supreme Lord, then his karma will be destroyed by chanting Harinam. It is in Bhagavatam, it will be destroyed. So he will be automatically uplifted from whatever he was born. Wherever he was born, he will be uplifted to the Brahminical status, and he is eligible to do yagyas and all the duties of Brahmins by taking that Vishnu mantra, Krishna mantra, or Vaishnava, any worship of Supreme Lord. But since there is no, Jiva Goswami is telling, he will be eligible, but since till now, no any acharya introduced such a system for them to do this, they will have to wait for another birth when they can do all these duties, but also not necessarily, because by devotion they will get everything. And Jiva Goswami there said, but in future you will find in Sandarbhas, I'm not making things up, you will find in the future, if any acharya will introduce such system, that will be according to Shastra. It will be bona fide. So the time came when some smarta Brahmins, materialistic Brahmins, not devotees Brahmins, but born and following that karma kant and like this, they were attacking Vaishnavas that you are of low caste. So why you are studying Vedas and why we have all the monopoly of this. So they were attacking Vaishnavas. Then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, because he was old, he sent Prabhupada there to refute, and he refuted them in 3 days, totally. Refuted based on Shastra, based on truth. So Prabhupada, on the order of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he initiated Jagadish Babu, although Jagadish Babu, who later became Srila Bhakti Pradip Tirtha Gosai Maharaj, whose Bhagavad Gita's translation and commentary we are now reading, he was the first to receive Brahma Gayatri and the sacred thread from Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. At that time he was not Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, only Bimala Prasad or Siddhanta Saraswati, Brahmachari. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur ordered him, you give him this. Why? Because already he got Harinam and Diksha from Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, so already he was a Vaishnava. So in order to show to society that Vaishnava is automatically a Brahmin, he also gave this Brahma Gayatri and sacred thread, so that those who are seeing any Vaishnava, they should not think he belongs to some lower caste, and in that way they will commit offense. Or if they will think Vaishnava is lower than Brahmin, just because he was maybe born in a Shudra family or Vaishya family like this. No. Vaishnava is automatically a Brahmin. Of course, he must be sincere, that Vaishnava, and follow these qualities and practices. So he started this, and then later also he was giving for 2 reasons, that those who may misunderstand the position of a Vaishnava, they should know he's not less than Brahmin. He's a Brahmin. He can do all Brahminical duties. And those who are Vaishnavas also, they should not be discouraged or have inferiority complex by thinking I am low born, so I am not Brahmin, so like that. No, they should also know, and also that they should be careful. Now you are a Vaishnava, you should follow these things. All this, having faith in the scripture, worshipping God, all this have to follow. So this Acharya in the future, which Jiva Goswami had in mind, was Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur. He introduced this. Because they know everything. They are not conditioned souls. You will find in Sandarbhas 500 years ago or 450 something, Jiva Goswami wrote about this. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur ordered Prabhupada to start this Deva Varna Ashram Dharma. So those who are not accepting Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, they did not yet understand things as they are. And Jiva Goswami, all this is there. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur. When Prabhupada was born in Jagannath Puri, in that house where now our Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Mat is there, when Prabhupada was born, when he appeared, then that umbilical cord of mother, which is tied to the navel of child, when he came out, that cord was wrapped around his transcendental body as a sacred thread. When he was born, that was indication for a future what will happen. And he did it successfully on the order of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. But those who are Jata Gosai and those who are like this, they become afraid of Prabhupada because he is speaking the truth, and that is destroying their business. That is the only thing. If you exploit something, like they were charging money for getting darshan of Mahaprabhu. Prabhupada told, Mahaprabhu went to South India and everywhere he was preaching, he was embracing everyone. He was going to everyone. Poor, wealthy, healthy, sick, rich, anything. To all he went, even to animals. And he was embracing and requesting them, you please worship Krishna. And now you are charging money for getting his darshan. What is this? And he spoke, it is the truth in scripture, but it is destroying their business. So they try to kill Prabhupada. They tried to kill Prabhupada, but they could not. They themselves were harmed. And Prabhupada's glory was revealed to the whole world. In Navadip, they tried to kill him because of this reason. And also he spoke, Bir Chandra Prabhu does not have any biological or seminal sons. Why you are claiming you belong to the family, seminal family of Nityananda, and claiming everyone has to accept you as non-different from Nityananda because you are in seminal line of Nityananda? He spoke this truth. So of course, those who try to misuse this, they will be against him. It's natural. But the point is that it is like this in this world. What we desire, those who want service of Krishna, they will not be misled. They will not be cheated. Krishna is telling this. So it is arranged for everyone. What everyone wants, that is arranged for him by Krishna. So Brahmin, they are this. But of course, we should also not do the same thing. I am initiated in Gauriya Mat, this Guru, I am now everything. And you are proud and not practicing what you are being told. You are not practicing, only having pride. I am disciple of such and such Guru. And not following practically. Then again you will cheat yourself. You will deprive yourself. Trying to misuse for name and fame or for some worldly benefit, I am a disciple of such and such Guru. So everyone should respect me, worship me, serve me, everything. Because I am a disciple. That is the same thing we may do if we do like this. Same thing as claiming I am in that line, I am this and this, all. Practical life should be there. Our Gurudev told, but not only told, he had and has practical life. So that we have to follow the instructions of Guru, not give instruction to others, but follow in your own life. When someone follows in his own life, even without speaking anything, others will automatically be inspired to accept the service of Krishna, even he will not speak. Our Gurudev was saying this in many Harikathas, but we saw it practically also. Before we heard but not saw. But after Gurudev started to play the pastime of brain stroke, and he was not speaking externally, that is Lila. There are many reasons for that. So he was not speaking. But you could get his darshan, and so many people, just by seeing him, getting his darshan, they became inspired to accept the service of Krishna. Why? Because Gurudev is always serving Krishna, actually, practically, not speaking only. And they gave up all prohibited activities, and they started chanting, accepted the service Krishna, everything, just by seeing. Gurudev did not say one word to them, but by seeing him, they became devotees. So that is practical. Don't follow me, follow my lecture. That will not work. I am saying in lecture, don't smoke, but I myself am smoking. Then how this will help anyone? That is why example is better than precept. You do it yourself. First you do it yourself. That will inspire others. Automatically. Our Gurudev used this word, oil your own machine. In that way you will help others also. That does not mean if you are practicing yourself the service of Krishna, it means you are not merciful to others. It's not like you are actually merciful to others. When you yourself are doing actual service of Krishna, at that time you are actually merciful to all others because you are proper example and that will inspire others. But if I am not doing in my own life, but only speaking to all others what they should do and all should then what is this? This is not mercy. It is exploitation of others. I'm trying to use them for some my own interest, to have many followers and to have all. No. If I'm not doing the service of Krishna, how I can inspire others and teach others in the service of Krishna? Impossible. When bona fide guru gives devotional initiation to some jiva, by that he is doing the service of Krishna, he is satisfying him. If he is not serving himself Krishna, how he can teach service of Krishna to others? He has to be 24 hours engaged in the service of Krishna. That means he really accepted the service of Krishna, because Krishna is eternal, I am eternal, service to him is eternal. That means 24 hours, no deviation. That is realized soul. So realized soul can engage others by the order of Krishna. So it is not so easy. Preaching is not about speaking. Preaching is about what I am doing. If I am doing actual service of Krishna, that will be actual help, mercy to all others. First, I have to do it. Surjam tejo dhritirdakshyam yudhe chapya palayanam yudhe chapya palayam danam ishvaram bhavascha kshatram karma svabhavajam. That is why that verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita is there. One who took birth in India, he should first make his own life successful. Sartak Kori. Then he should try to help others. In this order, it is said by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If I don't know how to swim and I am not above water, I am inside the water, I am drowning myself, I am in Maya. How I can rescue others from Maya? I myself am drowning in Maya. How I can rescue? First, I have to be free by completely submitting to Krishna. Then I can help others. Otherwise, what help I can give? So if my project is to actually accept the service of Krishna myself, that does not mean that I am not merciful to others. I am actually merciful to all others by doing this. Heroism, flaring up, absence of depression, dexterity, not to turn away from the battlefield, charity, governing the state and collecting the revenue, are the characteristic qualities and duties of a kshatriya. So not only accepting taxes. Nowadays, only wanting money to get money and position power like this, but not doing anything good for the people, not protecting them, not making arrangements, not doing this, but only demanding money. So this is Kali Yuga. Krishi Goraksha Vanijyam Vaishya Karma Swabhavajam Paricharjatma paricharjatmakam karma shudrasyapi svabhavajam. Cultivation of the soil, tending herds of cattle, and carrying on trade are the characteristic occupations of a Vaishya, and servitude of the above three classes is the duty of a Shudra. Here there is one note. It is to be noted that Varna, or classification of the people in society, is formed out of these four kinds of qualities and nature inherent in them, and is not based on heritage or parentage. This is what I told before. It is applicable to Varna, Ashram, Dharma, and it is applicable also to spiritual line. It is not based on that. It is based on quality. Mahaprabhu told, Kiba Bipra, Kiba Nyasi, Shudra Kenenoy. Jai Krishna Tattva Veta, Sei Guru Hoy. He may be Brahmin, Shudra, sannyasi, or whatever he may be. That doesn't matter. What matters is whether he's Krishna Veta, whether he knows Krishna or not. He has to know him personally, because he is fully surrendered to him and he's serving him. So Krishna is revealed to him. Krishna is manifested in his heart. How one who does not know Krishna and who is not engaged fully in the service of Krishna, and Krishna is giving him everything, how such person can engage others in the service of Krishna? He himself is not engaged. He himself does not know what Krishna wants, and he is not doing. So how he can engage anyone else in the service of Krishna? But if one is actually realized soul, then by having all knowledge, all inspiration, because Krishna is revealed in his heart, he's there. That bona fide guru, he can see the condition of that disciple, what is his situation, what is his capacity, everything he can see, then he can connect him in the service of Krishna. Everything is revealed to him, how he should do this. But if I have no connection with Krishna, how I can connect others? And especially how I can connect them accordingly, according to their capacity, present stage, and mentality, and everything. How? It's not same for all. One size fits all. That is impersonalism. Sve sve karmani abhirata samsiddhim labhate naraha svakarmani ratah siddhim jata vindati tat shrinu. A person who remains engaged in his respective duties attains success. Now listen how a person performing duties assigned to him can attain success in life. Explanation. O Arjuna, now listen how a person whose duties have been assigned according to his qualities and nature can attain success in life by performing those duties. It is applicable to Varna, Ashram, Dharma, those who are eligible for karma. That is, they have faith in Shastra and they want some worldly benefits in this life and in next life. So they're eligible for karma. By doing this, they will elevate themselves because following Shastra, they will get Sukriti. And those who are eligible for Jnana, who already purified heart by following this, to that extent that transcendental knowledge, what is eternal, what is non-eternal, is revealed in their heart, they are eligible for Jnana Yoga. So they will not misidentify with this. So they have different duty according to his nature. Nature of karma is this, that he has this eligibility. He has faith in Shastra and worldly desires. Jnani has faith in Shastra and has no worldly desires. He wants liberation. And devotee, he wants service of Krishna. He's eligible. So according to nature, or that awakening, they have to be engaged. The rules for karma are not same as for jnani or for bhakta. So those who awakened that shraddha, firm faith in Krishna, his eternal master, their duties are different than those. So we have to follow. That is why Rupa Goswami told in Upadeshamrita Niyamagraha, you should not follow the rules for which you are not qualified, more or less. Those who already accepted this, they should not follow some process of karma or jnana. Even if you see them doing varna, ashram, and dharma, but devotees are doing that for their maintenance so that they can do devotion, not as they are doing, not same. So everything has to be, and then Vaidhi and Raganuga, according to qualification, not it is same for all or whatever is there in Shastra, everything is okay, like this. Then all confusion and all this is coming. That is why expert doctor, spiritual guide, realized soul is necessary for our guidance, that we can progress properly. So this we'll hear tomorrow, how one can get success by performing these duties.